my name is Allie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Beauty Creations Elsa Palette, which looks something like this. If you did not know anything about this brand, they are based out of Los Angeles, California. They would be classified as an indie brand. They're not distributed by anyone else other than themselves. Of course, you can find their products on sale through different websites, but that's because people buy and resell stuff online. The palette retails on the Beauty Creations website for $22.99 plus shipping. It is sold through other retailers like Amazon, eBay, Shopmark. The prices on those different retailers start out at $17, and I just saw this puppy on Amazon for $28. What? If it is sold out during the time that you're looking for this palette, I recommend that you check out the reviews of the seller that you plan on purchasing from. As makeup products become popular and high in demand, manufacturers in China and other distributors will take that as an opportunity to create knockoff versions of the product. So make sure that you're purchasing from a reputable source. Moving on to the ingredients are listed on the back of the palette. They are also listed on the back of the sleeve. Two main ingredients in this palette are going to be talc and mica. If you are not comfortable purchasing products that have mica in them, I thought you should know that. This is also not going to be vegan friendly, as it does contain red dyes, which, if you did not know, come from crushed beetles, so this wouldn't be considered vegan. If you don't know why people have issues or are not willing to support makeup products that have mica in them, look up mica human rights. Now, the shade range, let's go ahead and take a look inside the palette. It does come with a little sleeve that I just dropped on the ground here. These are the colors. Don't mind that I have already kind of swatched them and played around with them. There are 19 mattes and 16, I would say, satin shimmer shades as well as metallics. I did swatch a couple of the shades of this palette when I first purchased it. I think it is very pigmented. I was very surprised with the intensity of the shadows. I will say this, the shadows are powdery. They do have a lot of kick up to them with just me swatching with my finger. In today's video, you're gonna see me create an eye look using this palette, obviously using brushes. I was inspired to make this video because when I first saw this palette, I thought about Natasha Denona's The Tropic palette and thought that the shade range looked very similar. Of course, you're going to be getting more shades in this palette, as this palette contains 35 shades. So you are getting more shadows with the Elsa palette than you would spending $130 for the Natasha Denona Tropics palette. I know, yikes, trust me. I own one palette by Natasha Denona, and that is the Sunset palette. What I found pretty interesting going on to the Creation Beauty's website is that this palette wasn't really described as anything special. The palette is called the Elsa palette, but it just says Elsa on here. I'm not sure if there was any type of copyright issue with the name Elsa. There was no theme and no major claims or models that had created looks with this. Again, I don't know if it goes back to the copyright because of the name of the palette and the packaging. They wanted to avoid getting into trouble for copyright reasons, so they made a very generic description about the shades being inclusive and having a little bit of something for everyone. So I do appreciate that. As you can see here, there is a range of earthy tones as well as pops of colors, and you do have some cool and warm shades all in one place. So I did appreciate that, and they do mention that in their description. If you're interested in swatches, I will be putting swatches into this video somewhere, so look out for the timestamp in the description box down below of this video. Swatches can be found on the brand's Instagram page, but not on their website. If you're interested in following Beauty Creations on Instagram, their handle is at beautycreations.cosmetics. The look I'm going to be creating today using this palette was actually inspired by a fellow YouTuber. I will insert her name right here. I was able to look at the shades that she'd used from the Natasha Denona palette and match them up with dupes located in this guy right here. So without further ado, let's get started in duping the look.
The crack of dawn, I imagine you waiting by my doorstep, but it won't be long before I realize it's a picture in my head, and I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. Cause I'm incomplete. I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete.